5's Lindsay Stone is also live on the scene, kind of on the other end of where this is happening. Lindsay, what can you tell us?
Well, like Jatera said, you can just see the toll that this is taking, not just on law enforcement, as she mentioned, but also neighbors. I spoke to one woman who was just sitting outside her porch when she heard several gunshots, and she was shaking as she described just how terrifying that was. Take a listen.
I was sitting in the garage here, and all of a sudden I hear boom, boom, and at like 5 more, I'm like, that's 7 shots. That's shots. Like, there's no way. So I was freaking out like this before I got ready and everything, and I don't know, man. Before that, I saw 2 cars right here on this street zoom as fast as humanly possible. It was like something's going down. Like, we heard skids, and I was like, this is like too far for it to not be something. And I thought maybe it was fireworks, but it was a boom, like a loud boom.
And you could hear in the background those dogs barking. She said her dogs have been on high alert in the last couple of hours since this all happened. They reacted when they too heard those gunshots. And we were standing here right on Laurel Lindell Road when a man walked up to me and he asked what exactly was going on. He said he lives on this street. He knows all of his neighbors. And when I told him what we knew, he immediately said, oh my gosh, I got to get out here. I got to get to my kids. They're home alone right now. And so he sped off. He was visibly upset. Like he said, he knows all of his neighbors. And so he was so worried that this was happening in his backyard. All the community members and neighbors I've spoken to said this is a very quiet area. They do not expect something like this. And they're holding their breath and holding on to hope as we figure out the condition of those children. Reporting here, Lindsay Stone, WWT News 5.
All right, and Lindsay, Jatera was speaking with neighbors. You were speaking with neighbors. You've been out in this area for a couple of hours now. Do you get the sense this is a really close-knit community?
Yeah, you know, as I just mentioned, a lot of people know their neighbors. Everyone seems to know everyone. And so some of the people believe that they know exactly who was in the house or the people involved here. We're not going to be releasing that until police give us that information. And again, just as I mentioned, just such a close-knit community. And so everyone just really holding out to hope as we wait to hear the conditions of those involved, Chris.
All right, Lindsay.